Aloha. At first, I thought it was a hoax, like a prank, because I don't check my MySpace, and I got an email, and I thought, oh, what is this? And I was very cautious, and then I saw that Keola Beamer had played here, and Bob Rosman, and I was already, oh, this is great. And then I saw the Indonesian connection, and I'm a big fan of Bali. I've spent a good amount of time there, so it felt very natural. Aloha means to share of yourself and recognize that spirit within someone else. It's really a sense of not coming from the ego, but transcending that. So alo is to face and to share, and ha is your breath of life. In a lot of the Hawaiian words, you have the sound ha, Hawaii, aloha, mahalo, ha'ono. So ha aloha. So these are sounds that emanate. You know, like in some cultures they say namaste, but aloha really is a way of recognizing that divinity in each other. Other cultures have different names for it, chi or ki, ha in Hawaiian. So when you hear Hawaiian words like aloha or mahalo, this word is within many of the powerful words. And hello? Oh, hey, what's up? I can't talk right now. No, I'm watching this guy from Hawaii. He's awesome. The meaning of Hawaii was, the original name was Hawaiki, which is iki is little and vai is fresh water, and ha is of course life-giving, or that breath of life. So if you're in this great ocean, what you need to survive is you need fresh water. And when they discovered Hawaii, it was that little place where the waters of life are flowing, Hawaiki. Hawaii has always had to assimilate so many influences from in the early centuries when the whaling ships came and became a trade center of the world. And that's what's happening with the Hawaiian people, is they've become displaced. See, in ancient culture, the land, we call it the aina. Ai means food. It was that which gave food. The aina was not a commodity. You could not buy or sell. So the land gave us life. We didn't own the land and use it as a monetary thing. Then they had something called the Great Mahele, which was a system that was used to take the land. And they said, well, you have to register your land. And Hawaiians didn't even speak English. Nobody notified them. They were living in hundreds of years on this piece of land. And someone comes and says, oh, you didn't register it, get off. The only way to sustain the culture is for people to have two things. They need their language and they need their land. And the Hawaiians have lost both. So now they have something called the Punana Leo, which is a Hawaiian immersion programs where they raise children from right when they're born all the way to a doctorate using the Hawaiian language. They learn all of their subjects in Olelo Hawaii, Hawaiian language. But I think, you know, finding the balance is what it's about. And we call balance Pono. Is when we have the right Pono relationships in Hawaii where we can welcome visitors. You want to come live here? Okay, but please learn about our culture. Don't bring your mentality here. You know, don't come here to escape from your world. Come here to embrace our world. we call it that because we slack the keys. I grew up playing the style of guitar the Hawaiians call ki ho'alu. Ki ho'alu translates to loosen the keys. And right now I'm playing in a slack key tuning. We call it slack or loosen. It's a style that's indigenous to Hawaii and originated about 200 years ago. And the reason why we do this, there's a few ways to explain slack key. The first thing is that most guitar playing is done in this tuning. So when you strum this open, it's not as pretty, you know, it sounds okay, but you have to alter it or do something to make it beautiful. So that's the first part of slack key. After that, I'll add in my fretting hand and I'll start to alter the sound. And you can see how the resonance of the tuning, I don't have to hold full chords so much. I can just hold maybe one note. You know, guitar playing is not about working hard or trying to be cool or fancy. It's really about music. So the less I have to do, the more I can let the music speak. It's amazing. It always amazes me when I travel and I research music as well, how different people in different parts of the world and different climates have taken the same thing and done something so completely different with it, like this. To be a good guitar player, when people come up and say, "You're a great guitar player," I feel like I haven't really made the connection. I don't care about the guitar. The guitar is just a piece of wood and steel. Obviously, I don't care about it. What I care about is the potential for it to become something that happens inside of your body. That's music.